Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers and welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel. I hope you become part of this family with us by subscribing, of course, hitting that subscription button. It's free, and of course, if you like the videos, to hit that thumbs up. It's extremely important. If you do subscribe, please hit the notification bell to be notified of the new uploads that I come up with, which is every week. So for the most part, I use a 2.75 hook, sometimes 3.5, depending upon the project I'm working on. A pair of scissors, of course, and a small one to tuck in loose ends. My threads are Portugal threads. They're 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. My colors, they go by number, except for the white or the off-white. They actually have the name white, but all of the mixed colors on any of them that I have, it's by numbers, which I get requested a lot about these threads, and people ask me if I sell them. I wasn't selling any, just basically using them for crochet, but because sometimes the demand is so high, I said, okay, I will do it. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams. It's in between 300 to 325 yards. Similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, and of course, so my projects are a little bit smaller. If you're interested, minimum of order is 6 balls because the shipping is horrendous. Okay, so they're $12 if you're interested. You can always email me, or everything is listed on the description box below. I have Instagram, TikTok. I have a private crochet group if you would like to join, and you have a profile, then you're more than welcome to request. I also have a crochet page that you can follow. You can message me through there also. And please feel free to request anything that you would like to see. And for the ones I already have, thank you for the requests. I think I've done quite a bit for you guys. So we are going to get started, and thank you again for such a blessing and being part of this journey with me. The only way I can survive and keep going on is by having the channel to grow. Sharing is caring, so please share, and thank you so much for the people that have been sharing. There's quite a few of you that have been sharing, quite a lot. And also, if you want to help out the women in need of thread that cannot afford, then you can help by donating either thread yourself, and you can contact me and I'll give you their address, or you can donate whatever amount you would like, either through the little bag below that says thanks below the video. That belongs to YouTube, of course, and they take 30% off of whatever you offer, or my PayPal account will be in the description box. You can donate through there also. And I want to thank every single one of you that have donated or tipped me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. God bless you. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone. So today I'm going to teach you, and I say reteach you because I have done this stitch in the past for tunic blouses, different type of blouses, and also table runner at the beginning when I first started the channel, which was awfully, video was awful. My mobile at the time was awful. Very old, and picture was not well, and I didn't know well the codes of crochet. I'm still learning them, so I apologize sometimes if I make a mistake calling out a stitch. Please bear with me. I'm still learning them, but I try to show you as much as I can when I'm calling out the stitch so you understand what I am doing. Also, please turn your notification your CC closed caption on. You can always pause the video, read the stitch I'm calling out, take notes. It makes it much easier. Also below in the description box, there's a 2-minute little video teaching you how to slow down the video. Sometimes I get over my head and forget that I'm recording and I'm just, going away, and I'm a fast crocheter. I know that, and it's a bad habit, but what can I say? So there's several ways you can do this through the video by slowing down, turn your closed caption on, and this will help you tremendously. So I'm just going to teach you the stitch. A lot of you sometimes ask me if I have any good stitches for baby blankets. This is perfect for baby blanket or baby crib cover, bed cover, using the cotton thread for bed cover. If you're using for the baby blankets, which is absolutely stunning, you can use the wool, of course, soft thread or yarn for the baby blanket. Okay, so this is Portuguese star stitch. Some of you already know it because you've seen me create it in the past. But I believe I did not mention, I did do a cover for a baby crib with it, I think 2 years ago for a little girl. But so yeah, we're going to recreate that. And I'm going to recreate it because I'm going to make a table runner out of it. So you want to stay tuned for that. I think you will absolutely love. So how do we go about doing this table runner that I'm going to create? Or if you're doing the baby blanket or crib cover. So normally it's not counted so much on the chain stitch when we start off. You would basically do your chain stitch, the length or the whiteness, the width that you would need for the baby blanket or the crib cover, okay? Or even like a throwaway blanket or something like that for the sofa or your bed, the edge of the bed. This is perfect for that too. So slip stitch knot, and then you would do your chain. Now, if your tension is too tight, use a hook or two bigger. If your tension is too loose, use a hook or two smaller. I'm not counting stitch because we are measuring the width, the whiteness that you would like this stitch, okay, this pattern, either for a table runner or, like I said, for a baby blanket or baby cover. Now I'm working on one now, and this is what the star stitch looks like. It's absolutely stunning. You will love it, and you could always finish off the edge with single crochet or back single. I don't know how you call that stitch, but instead of doing single forward, you do it backwards, and it's just absolutely stunning. Okay, now what I do is I measure the wideness, the width that I want for this table runner. Okay, so basically I would do my chain stitch and I would measure. Now, I started off with 46 centimeters, but once you start to do that first row that you have to skip a few chains to continue your stitch, it shrinks a bit. So I ended up with 38. Okay, I started with 46. So imagine I have 38 on here now, and I had 46. So this much has shrinked up, right? Because we have to after chain stitch, we have to do the double crochets, and so it shrank. So I strongly suggest that if you're doing your chain stitch, okay, and you want, let's say, a 38 like myself, then you would have to go a little bit more to the 46, let's say, or 47, 48, whatever, because it will shrink by 10 or so, okay? By the time you get to it. And of course, using thin thread, it's a very small piece. For a lot of you that don't have access to Aunt Lydia number 3, you can double or triple Aunt Lydia number 10. Okay, so after you do your chain stitch, I'm just going to do a demonstration here so the video doesn't become long, and you can, I don't know how big I'm going to do that table runner yet, but it will be big enough for at least 6-seater, okay? I want it nice and big at the table. So I've done chain stitch here. I'm going to do just a few more, Okay, so I have no count for this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my fourth space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. On my fourth chain, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do a double crochet. So now at this point I have 2 double crochets. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come back where I've closed off my double crochets. I'm going to do an incomplete double crochet. I'm going to come back in the same one that I've came and did the second double crochet from the first one that we did, and do an incomplete again. I'm going to come back in again in the same stitch, all in the same stitch, and then complete. Okay, I'm supposed to have 6 loops on my hook, so I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. I'm coming into my fourth. Now you understand why it shrinks, because you're jumping all of those chains. Okay, so incomplete, and again incomplete. So now I have my 6 loops on the hook. I'm going to close it up all together. So I already have half a star because this is star stitch. It's a Portugal stitch, I guess for many years. So I'm going to close it with 1 chain. So I have 1 chain, 2, and 3. I'm going to repeat that again, the incomplete 6 loops. So in the same one here, I have the incomplete 2. So I'm going to jump, not jump, I'm going to come into the last 2 that I did, always adding 2 more in the same space. So basically we always have 4 double crochets in the same space, coming back in again and doing incomplete again. So I have 4 in my hook. I'm going to skip again. 1, 2, 3, coming into my fourth and taking out the incomplete, taking out once. Again, coming back in the same one. And now I have my 6 loops on the hook, 2, 4, and 6. Coming in, closing it with slip stitch. So basically we're doing half of the star, and then on the second row we complete the other half. Okay, so slip stitch, that's 1, 2, 3 chain. Going to repeat again, incomplete, coming into the same stitch, incomplete, and again, remember we always have 4 on the same stitch, so 2 and 4. I have 4 up here of loops. Now I'm going to skip again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is very simple to create and yet beautiful. So 1, 2 incomplete. Okay, so we have 6 on the hook. I'm going to close it all together. Slip stitch, and then 1, 2 with that slip stitch makes 3. Coming back in, that same one, and doing incomplete. Coming in the bottom where we have the 2 here, and do 2 more incomplete. So we'll have 4 loops on the hook. Okay, skipping 1, 2, 3. On my fourth one, I'm going to do 2 incomplete double crochet. So we have 6 on the hook, 6 loops on the hook. Now I'm going to close it all together, doing slip stitch. That's 1 chain, 2, and 3. Coming back in that little circle here that we closed up, and then complete. Back into the same one and doing 2 more. And it's always like this until the end, right? And then 1, 2, 3 on your fourth one. 1, 2, 3 on the fourth one. I believe my very first table runner that I recorded on my channel was this stitch, okay, which was awful video, beautiful runner, but awful video. So 6 loops, okay, and now I'm going to just continue all the way to the end. So I'm almost at the end. I have 4 on my hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it happened to be that it's exactly on there, but not all the time that it works out that way. So doing my 2 incomplete again and closing all at once. Okay, now just going to show you here a second. Like on the one that I'm working on, I have a little bit of thread left because the count is not the same. I don't have enough to continue to count for space, right? But this is easy. When you have a little bit left, all you have to do is just take out, pull on the string a bit. When you have like 2 or 3 stitch left, obviously, because you can't do the 4th one. So you would just pull onto whatever leftover that you have here. And you would just take it out. And then you're good to go. That's not going to go anywhere. And then, of course, don't forget, once you are going to work on your, round, your finishing of the edge, then you're going to hide all of this little leftover thread. You don't cut it because we don't want anything to come apart. Well, if it's too long, obviously, you're going to cut a bit, but try to hide in between the stitches here. So it's very simple as that. That's why we don't bother counting. You go with the length that you obviously need, and you just pretty much hide the rest down here. Okay. Okay, so now we finished this one here, which happened to be on my last stitch. Now I'm going to close it with a slip stitch, and I'm going to go up 1, 2. With that slip stitch, I already have 3. So I'm going to come, because this is right at the edge, we want that edge to be straight. I'm going to come in that last double crochet there and just do a double crochet. I'm going to turn my work, okay, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 chain, coming back in and doing the incomplete. So we're basically just repeating everything again. Trying to pull some thread here. And we always have to have the 6 on our loop, our hook. So coming in that little loop here where we have them all closed in, you can see it very well once you're working, creating another 2. And then we're skipping all of this and we're coming into the center and we're working only inside where we have all the stitches in there. Okay, and then coming in and creating 2 more. Okay, and then closing it all together. So you have a nice straight line. Close slip stitch, 1, 2, with a slip stitch makes 3. And again, incomplete. Coming where we have the other 2, always adding 2 more. So we always have 4. And then into the next one. So all of the spaces where we have all of the stitches in, it's not hard to see. It's those little circles right in the center. So coming in again and doing 2 incomplete. So basically what we're doing, we're skipping that sideway double crochets, right? So we have 6 on the hook, close it again. Now we have completed the star stitch. 1, 2, 3, coming in again, And this is where we're going to work the next row. It's inside of these little circles here, right? Coming into the same one, into the next one. And now we have 6 on the hook. We're going to close it all together. Slip stitch, that's 1 chain, and 2 more, that's 3. Coming back in the same one, incomplete. In the same stitch, where our circle is, all the stitches are in there. 2, and then 2 more on the next one. 6 on the hook, and close it all together. 1, 2, 3. Into the same one down here. So we have 4 on there already. And start off the next one with 2. And close it all together. 1, 2, 3. Coming back in, incomplete, into the bottom, 2, incomplete, next one, incomplete, and now closing all together. 1, 2, 3, doing my last one, coming back in, 1, 2. Now we're going to come right where we connected these two at the edge. You must not forget, or your pattern will curve. You won't have a straight pattern. Okay, and now we have our 6, and we have a nice straight line. Okay, 1, 2, 3, coming back in, closing, turn around. So we have 2 on there already. 1, 2, 3, coming back in where we've closed, grabbing those 2 loops, incomplete, coming back in, 1, 2, into the next one where we have the little circle, 1, 2, close it all together. So pretty much the third row, we are doing half star again. And look how absolutely stunning that is. Probably see it better on a darker. But just beautiful. And like I said, you know, you can do the singles. So again, 1, 2, 3. Incomplete. Coming into where we have the 2 and doing 2 incomplete. So we have 4 on the hook. Coming in the next one. I love this stitch, and I've done quite a bit of tunic blouses with it. It's absolutely stunning. So now we have 6 on the hook and closing. So I'm going to do it all the way to the end and show you at the end again what we're doing, because now it's just a repeat back and forth. So I'm almost getting to the end here. I'm going to do my 2 incomplete. I have 6 on my hook. 1, 2, 3. Coming and doing the incomplete into the same space, 2 incomplete, and now we're coming in exactly. We have those 2 double crochet sideways, right? I'm gonna come in right at the corner of it. Okay, whoops, and do 1 and 2, and then close it off. So we have a nice straight line again. 1, 2, 3. Coming in, closing the first one because we have to start the row. 1, 2, 3, and we're doing the 2 sideway double crochets, right? That's really what it is. Coming back in, creating the 2 incomplete into the next one, creating the 2 incomplete. I think I missed this one here. Yes. So we have 6 on the hook, and now we're going to close it all together. 1, 2, 3, and it's very simple. So you just have to remember when you get to the end that you absolutely have to work on that edge, not to miss a stitch, or your pattern won't be straight. It will curve. Okay. So I'm going to continue, and I'm going to meet you here again just to make sure that you got it. Okay. I'll meet you there at the end. So I've reached the end again. Try to get some thread here before I start pulling everything. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I do my incomplete into the same one twice. Incomplete. And here we are. We have the sideways double crochet. So I'm going to go right at the edge and create 2 incomplete and close it off. Look how perfect that looks. Nice and straight. And you got beautiful, beautiful star. This is good as cuffs for blouses too, or bottom waist. Just perfect for it. Well, my dear friends, I think this pretty much does it for this tutorial. Just a very short one. It's just a repeat. Like I said, you can do singles on the edge if you're making blankets, right? Actually, let's just do 1 chain. I did 1 chain already, or slip stitch. I'm doing 1 chain. I'm going to come back in the same one just to show you. Single, and you go directly where that stitch is, that sideways stitch. You can do 1 depending upon your tension, or 2 singles, or if your tension is pretty loose, 1 is enough for you. For some of you, your tension is very tight, you can do 2. So you see whatever works best for you. You can do singles that way. I mean, there's no right or wrong on this. It's depending upon your tension, right? Getting to the edge, you want to make sure that you do have an extra one. So I already have 2. I'm going to put 1 more just to get that curve in. So 3 on that edge, okay? And then 1, 2, depending how your tension is. And then you just, continue on. Or you can do the back singles like I was telling you from the beginning. Okay, so I've done my slip stitch there, and then you would just come backwards and do your single. I think it's also stunning. So again, the same thing. If your stitch is loose, then you can do 2. If your stitch is tight, then you can do 1. It almost gives you like a rope edge. I would say this is more like for like crib blanket if you want to do like this type of edging, right? I think it's just, it's pretty stunning. It really is. And then you would just continue on, whatever you think fits properly, whatever stitch you need to go in. You don't want something too flabby, but you don't want something too too tight either. So I'm just going where I think it is okay for me. So I'm doing one inside and one where the circle is, and one inside where the double crochet is. Okay. And this is pretty much what it looks like. So very small tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about it. And I hope you create something and let me know how it worked out for you. Okay. So thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Of course, with the edge, you know what to do with the edge. You would just, come in, tuck in, especially for beginners, for new people. Sometimes they don't know how to finalize the edge, and the edging, when you have like thread left over like that, you got to make sure that you tuck in well enough, or you will have issues with your pattern. So just go in through some of the stitches, hide it well enough, and then you can cut the excess off, and you're good to go. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I will see you in the next tutorial. So I don't know when I'm going to be putting out that table runner, but this will be the stitch. And so it's, I'm not going to be recording the whole stitching on there because the tutorial is already on this, but I will be doing an edging to it, and that will be recorded. It will also have 3D flowers. So stay tuned for that. I send you much love and much hugs. Take care, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.